Jesus Christ filters the Old Testament for us, and thereby helping us not being entangled and losing our identity as Christians. Because the Old Testament is so attractive in so many ways and so many levels, we begin to think we're Jews. We want to honor the Sabbath, for example. Well, that's not us. That's the Jews. But I won't go there. We'll get to some of this as we go through the Hebrews through the coming weeks. But the author and the date, well, that means something to me too. It's not just boilerplate information. It's not just, well, you got to put that in there. When was this done? I want to know what was happening, because that will speak to the time that I live in. Well, it was written before the destruction of the Jewish temple. We'll say, well, what's so significant about that? That means the Pharisees and the Sadducees were still at high speed. They still had something to say to the Jews. They still harassed the Christian Jews. They had a lot of clout, weight behind them simply because the temple was there. That created so much confusion. We live in a time where people will come up in our culture with things that create confusion. And we have to deal with it as the church. So there's nothing new to Christians. And today we live in a time where we have males that want to be females. We have females that want to be males. This is, of course, we know it to be. Now, they're offended by that, but you'd be offended. This is how it is. We believe this is satanic activity. Satan is the one pulling these strings. It's not natural. This is something that is spiritual. This is not to say that we are to hate those who are caught up in it, but we certainly don't approve. And so in our culture, we have things to deal with. They did also. The same God who was with them is the same God who is with us.